Hello and welcome to Winter Disco Tabletop Gaming for Day 6, the final day of Warhammer Fest 2021. And this was the Mystery Day, and now we know it's Age of Sigmar's new edition. That's right, Age of Sigmar 3.0 is on its way. It's not Horus Heresy, which is kind of a surprise to me. I thought they were going to announce Horus Heresy and possibly Age of Sigmar 3.0, but we got Age of Sigmar 3.0. We don't have too much information, like we didn't get to see the new box set, anything about the rules. There's just some commentary on the rules, how it's been tightened up, broken down, rebuilt. But we're going to check out some of the models. We only get one half, which of course is Stormcast. It's what they do. So let's have a look. There is a trailer that shows off one model, and it is firstly this stunning artwork. This is going to be the cover of the rulebook, and as far as I'm aware, on the box itself, it's beautiful. This is a new character. We'll talk about them in a second, but let's just talk about this piece of art, because this basically sums up what is going on in the Mortal Realms. So they've sorted out the Necroquake. This is spoilers, by the way, if you haven't been following along with Broken Realms, but the story is moving along. It's moving. Nagash was beaten by Teclis and pushed back. Necroquake is finished, such a hard word to say, and things are doing better, but at the same time, they haven't really changed the lore. They're just saying that Chaos is still very much a massive force, and the world is still reeling from being taken over by Chaos, so they're still fighting back in a massive way. And this is one of the main characters that is, I don't think they're a demigod, but they're very high up there. And you can see that she's fighting back chaotic, just, oh, if I can actually keep the image straight, just monstrous weirdness. So let's have a look at the model itself. Well, actually, before we go, we're just going to go through, we've got some more art. Again, going on this idea that there is beacons of light in the darkness. Chaos is very much there, but the forces of order, they're basically trying to take land lost since the Age of Chaos and slowly getting out into the world a bit more, which is nice. So yeah, Soul Wars are over. We get this, and they're saying waves of life magic are sweeping across the realm. So it's kind of like tendrily reaching out into where all chaos has been established. And they're going, not retconning, like I said, or reworking the lore, they're just expanding on that, saying chaos is still very much around. And we can see one of the new maps here. This is Gur. And the forces of destruction are rising up because we got the newly awoken god Kragnos that we've seen earlier in the week on the first day. And so to combat all this, which is now called the Age of Beasts, they're moving into that direction. So they have the Age of Chaos, they had Age of Sigmar, now we're moving into Age of Beasts, where the world's still pretty wild and dangerous and feral. So we can see on the map here, as far as I'm aware, all of this area is still very untamed and uncontrolled. So we've got Excelsis, let's pronounce that, Excelsis here as one of the strongholds that they've got. But as far as I'm aware, all of this area is still contested area that Sigmar is trying to claim back. So that sort of sets up where we're at. It's still pretty scary and dark. It's definitely getting more grim dark to me anyway. So what we have is Yndrasta, the Celestial Spear, and this is the stunning model right here. Oh boy. I love it. I think it is quite stunning. It sets up this idea that just from how it's been designed, standing on these destroyed ruins with ancient runes, which apparently is a hint that they've sort of hinted at who is going to be the real big bad of this edition in a way. But we have this ruin, and then we have Yndrasta standing on top of it, defiant, with wings ablaze, golden, silvery, shining armor with special spear, which is quite important, and a giant sword. And so she is a character that is way up there in levels of power. Her power is quite immense. But at the same time, as with all Stormcast Eternals, when they die and then come back, they're starting to lose part of themselves. So she's become quite savage and very, very warlike. And they're saying that some of the Stormcast Eternals are a little worried about her. So yeah, Yndrasta. So we can see here another image. So these wings are quite amazing. Giant cloak. I really love the armor. There's some bits that would be like, it's a bit overdone, but overall, I'm loving the spear and the sword. And important to note, you could probably see that it's very angular, very flat pieces, where previous armor and weapons were more, not organic, but had more curves. That's because, what's the dwarf's god name? It'll come up, it's in here down in a second, I think. He's helping Sigmar now and forging a lot of weapons and forging new armor, which will be the reforged Stormcast Eternals. We get something called I can't remember what they're called, Thunderstrike armor. So these are new variations. Yes, there's been lots of comments of these are the Primaris version of Stormcast Eternals, but let's be honest, Stormcast Eternals were already pretty big when you compare them to Space Marines. Are about the same size, Primaris Space Marines. So this is a new version of the armor. The armor is pretty good. Apparently it's 2+ save and can do some funky stuff. But we've got new shields, which is awesome. They've got spears or javelins, and the armor is a bit more tighter, I guess. Usually, I'm just looking at a Stormcast Eternal now. Around the kneecaps, it's much bigger on the original ones. The shoulder pads are a bit more cast down, so they look a lot slimmer. Yeah, I'm just looking at one in my hand at the moment, and the shield is obviously different. So yeah, interesting. So we're going to get a box set with these in it. We don't know much else, but we can see some more images here of them in various different colors. So they do have the spears or javelins and a shield in various different colors and different poses. So they're all pretty much the same design. Nothing really much to talk about. Some don't have helmet, which is kind of cool. I do like the white armor, actually. I think compared to the gold armor, I think the white armor makes more sense. These guys are the light in the absolute darkness, where yes, the gold would be much more shiny, but I do prefer the white. I think that stands out a bit more because you can get some more ruggedness on there too, dirty it up, scratch it up, dint it and things like that. So yeah, got some new boys. So these are the Vindicators. The Vindicators hold the line of the Thunderstrike hosts with storm spears and heavy shields. But then we also get Annihilators, which is a new generation of Paladin. These are the guys that get the 2+ save, and they're pretty tough. This armor is chunky as all hell. I actually really do like it. I don't quite like the head. I've always never really liked the helmets that Stormcast have had. It's just, doesn't really work for me. If I was going to run, I'll probably do helmetless ones, unless the helmet armor is amazing. But we can see this guy has massive hammer. It's glowing with electric energy and a giant shield, a really big shield. So we're getting some new models, and that's all the models that we know at the moment. That's all they've shown. So Yndrasta, the Vindicators, and now this dude here, the new Paladin. But of course, what are they fighting? Well, we don't know yet. I won't play this video simply because this is the image that we need to see. Basically, at the end of the video, which is someone reciting a poem, there's some men-at-arms in there. The camera zooms out and you can see all these creatures moving towards whoever these guys are, which is just probably from City of the Sigmar. And there's just countless eyes moving towards them. In the image itself, you can't quite make out what they are. It's somewhat difficult. They seem to be all kinds of various shapes, but we are now in the age of beasts. There's a little, I'm sorry, I just started to choke on my own tongue. Weird. There is a video there interviewing with Phil and Ben from the Age of Sigmar team, and they talk about how this is the age of beasts. So imagine that in the box is going to be something we haven't seen for a while. I've seen a lot of people talk about the Famir, which at the moment you could only get a handful of models on Forge World. So it'll be interesting to see. I think it's going to be a really cool box out. And then we got some more art there. Nice, nice. So they're going to send, if you sign up to the newsletter, they're going to send you an exclusive hint at the mysterious threat terrorizing the swamps of Gur. So there we go. That's what we have on Mystery Day. Oh, let's go back to this model here. So yeah, new edition Age of Sigmar, whole bunch of new models, a new vault being opened by Sigmar because that's what he does. And yeah, I mean, it's exciting. This is one of the ones we expected. A lot of people have been wanting to see more models from the release, but if you recall the Warhammer 40k 9th edition announcement, it was essentially similar. We saw some of the new Space Marines and a trailer. A very amazing trailer, by the way. So I guess they did give more information in that trailer. That you saw all the Necrons and some of the new Necron builds. But in this one, we don't know yet. And that information will come out soon. No announcement of a release date as far as I'm aware. I'm assuming sometime in June. That seems to be like the big summer release. Yeah, it's good. I'm excited. I'm going to try and get the box sets and we'll do unboxings and build guides and whatever else we can do on channel and have some fun with it. So let me know what you think. I mean, this model isn't bad for Yndrasta, but it's not amazing. It's a beautiful model. I love how it is posed. The fact that it says so much in there. She's standing up. She's like this shining light in the darkness with the wings unfurled. You can imagine a light behind her casting that shadow and god rays between the different feathers. So you get what this character is about. She's a leader. She's going to take them head on and claim back everything. But yeah, let me know what you think. And let me know if you like the new, I don't want to say Primar-sized Stormcast, but I can see why people are making that comment. I'm going to refrain from it because I don't think that's quite the case. I think they've just redesigned the model a bit. Because they're already pretty big, I don't think these are going to be any bigger. But we don't know yet. We'll see. Anyway, starting to ramble again. I'm going to do a recap video of all of Warhammer Fest, all 6 days. Just a quick recap of all of them in case you haven't seen them all and you just don't want to sit through a whole bunch of videos and all that stuff. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to sign off for now. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button if you have got this far and enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. See you later.